Alright, welcome back to Submachine 10. We are just about to finish this thing. So now we have our second plasma coil. We can head all the way back to the beginning of the game. A lot of backtracking in this game. I mean, I kind of like that. This whole world is very connected, more so than a lot of the other games. Very cleverly done, but I do feel like an idiot if I forget something. I could have collected this earlier, but I forgot about it. So now we've done this, we can turn on the ladder control and climb up here. And we find ourselves in the lighthouse from the second game. Wait, Submachine was already sentient that early? Of course. The mainframe of Submachine became conscious once its processing power surpassed that of the human brain. They asked the question, remember? And Shiva answered. Submachine was sentient for at least 32 days before that. Now I understand. Shiva's the brain, Submachine is the body. It's all so clear now. Alright. So, also, if you remember one of our earliest notes... not this one. Not this one. How did he escape, after all, through the lighthouse naturally? We're in the lighthouse. We might be able to find a way to escape the submachine from here. And it is not this. If you click this, this is a portal, and it takes you to the loop. Just like it did after the second game, it takes you to the third game. Now, of course, if we go to the loop, we can easily escape from there. This is where the soft luck comes in. If I go back to the ship dock from the beginning of the game, and I move the ladder away from dock 3, and then I click this, this is a one-way portal to the loop. I will never be able to get back to this lighthouse again, and I will have soft locked the game. So that's what the extra lever at the ship does, is it calls the ladder to dock number 3. But I'm not going to click there because it's a big fat waste of time. I'm going to take this, which turns the portal off. We're safe now. And this is an ID card. And we have a fuse. So now that we have these, we need to go figure out what to do with them. It's not going to be too hard. There's not much left we can do. We're almost there. So let's head back into that ship. Now that we have an ID card, we might actually be able to use it here, where the captain's ID is. And my thought is this ID card we initially got at the second game in the lighthouse, and this ID card might actually be Murtaugh's ID. And so this is Murtaugh's ship, and it's been docked here for a really long time. So at some point Murtaugh docked himself at the North Gardens. So this is where he used to be. Oops, there's a note there I missed. Oh, I have to go down there. It's like, how do I get back out? How will you know that they're coming? I'll keep my eye on the lighthouse. Once the lamp goes off, they'll be coming. But that lamp is behind steel curtains. Don't worry, I'll know once it's off. So we just turned the lamp off. So I guess Murtaugh knows that, you know, people go through the submachine, they turn the lamp on, they go to the loop, they go through this whole thing. But then once the lamp turns off, which is what we just did, he knows that we've gotten this far in the puzzle and that he can come get us. But we got to do a couple things first. So here's the hatch I came up through. You don't climb down there. We're going to grab this thing, which is a portable light crown. If you remember from a previous note, we use these with our light spheres. So we can put this light crown anywhere we like, and we can use a light sphere on it. So that might be how we escape, but we do need one more piece to use the light crown. We need a stand to put it on, to keep it upright. And for that, we're going to use this fuse. Not directly. We're going to have to do one more trip into the hub. We're going to go to the edge, because there is one more device we haven't used. That's this way. Here. It's this stuff we haven't used. We can actually put this fuse right in there. It allows us to take the portable light crown converter. So we're going to attach the portable light crown to the light crown converter and the light sphere, and that'll let us escape the lighthouse and, by proxy, the submachine. So we'll head back to the beginning. And for real, we're actually almost done with the game. Just a lot of backtracking here. Nothing we can do about that. So we're going to put this stand right there. We're going to put the light crown in it. Apparently it has a stand we couldn't see. We just needed a thing to stick it in. Put the light sphere. And that takes us outside the lighthouse, which was in fact buried. So I guess we're outside of the submachine now. Not sure, but we can leave this area. And our screen lights up for the first time. Let me get my mouse out of here. So yeah, the submachine is not in our normal universe or on Earth, because you can see 2 moons up there. So Kent is not in England. That's not where we are. But yeah, Murtaugh's come to get us because he saw that we turned the light off. And that must be Elizabeth next to him. And Einstein. I know that's Murtaugh because he's got a karma arm there. The end. Yeah, so obviously this is the largest, most complex, and best game in the series. And it's also the most important because it kind of lets the story be coherent. Because up until like the 9th game, for sure, it's really hard to tell what's going on. And yes, the story is certainly vague enough that there's lots of room for interpretation and fan theories, which there are plenty, and I'm sure there's people, maybe if a Submachine fan actually comes across this video, who would disagree with how I've interpreted some of this. Some of it is definitely up in the air. There's some questions about that, but otherwise the story actually becomes coherent, and it sort of circles back around to the first game, which is just an escape the room, where it turns out all we're really doing is trying to escape this thing. And there's a plot that's been going on, but we're not involved in that particular element of the plot, the part where Murtaugh invaded the core. He used his powers to do whatever he was trying to do, destroying the submachine in the process, and then seeing the error of his ways after, you know, Elizabeth and others tried to capture him. And then he turned his life around and started to fix the submachine instead. What it turned into is a mission for Murtaugh to find all the people that got lost in the submachine, of which we are one. And if you play the game, then you're one of them. And that's the idea, is that now he's trying to sort of rescue all these people that have been caught in it. And it's not entirely certain what he's been doing along the way to help us. Maybe he's been dropping items for us that we can use, because some of these are in very suspicious places. There are, of course, notes that are left around everywhere. But he's been doing that. And he knew we were coming, since we saw 3 camels at the end and there were only 2 people. So he managed to be successful, at least in our case. So yeah, that's the whole series. Once again, I recommend you go buy it if you have the money, obviously. If you don't have the money, you can still play it for free. Scott has made all the games available for free on his website, and you can totally do that. But again, if you have the money, you should absolutely give this guy your money, because he deserves it. It's a great series. I love it. And I'm so grateful you all decided to watch. All 7 or 8 of you, because Let's Play videos on my channel are going to get like 7 or 8 views total. I just know it. So you all have a great day, night. I don't know when you're watching this. And if this quarantine goes on much longer, I will keep making videos like this, because I don't have anything else to do. So I'll see you around. Bye.